here?
I was really parking in the boonies. I don't know why.
In the where?
In the boonies.
Me too. I love parking in the boonies, honey. As long as we don't end up having too much shit to carry, but I don't think we do.
Not right off anyway. At some point it becomes smart for us to move the car closer, we will, I guess.
We've been driving all over town today, gathered up a little bit of food, thankfully, and we were late. We were going to get up early. Well, they know the story at this point. They're probably tired of hearing it. But we set the alarm for 9 o'clock. I got out of bed about 10. My baby was up way earlier than that and then came back to bed.
Couldn't sleep, and then about the time we were supposed to be getting up, I realized, I'm still tired, and now I feel like I could sleep. So, well, actually, that was probably about 8, and then after getting up at about 7, and then sleeping until 9, and then, well, really sleeping until like 9:30, 9:40. Oh, well.
Yeah, mine was 9:47, I think, but then we hopped up out of bed and took another couple hours getting ready and got to town about 11:30. That's a couple hours almost, yeah. And then by then the food banks were all closing down, and we got a little bit from St. John's United Methodist because my friend Rita, who's so cool, who works there, she gathered up a bunch of canned goods for us, and we got potatoes and, well, we didn't even get damn bread, honey.
I know.
We have one egg. Anyway, I don't want to go off going about what we don't have. The good news is we got a few ears of corn, a bunch of potatoes, and quite a few canned goods.
Yeah. Some good stuff.
Yeah, really, it was quite good stuff. So, even some Indian spinach stuff that I really like. So,
this big tumbleweed.
Oh, it sounded to me like something was on the top of our car, which always worries me. It doesn't worry me enough to check the roof of the car before I get in, though. Actually, I did check it, and I watched to see if you were going to grab that food bag or something. That was yesterday, maybe. I can't remember.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. You probably grabbed it. Anyway, I've cried a little bit today. I had a mini nervous breakdown a few times. What would a day be without a nervous breakdown? I would probably not even know I had been awake. I've had a few days without nervous breakdowns. Wow. Oh, my baby. Is it alright if we move that to a different place? I'm so tired of it being right there.
Oh, sure.
You guys are Sue, and I'm sorry for getting all anal. I guess, is that anal? I want to move you to a different place, or different places, because, like, well, I don't want them to get bored, you know? How could they get bored with us? But, I mean, I don't want them to feel like we've gotten in a rut in this relationship with them, you know? Does that make sense?
Can you, well, maybe you don't need to. So can you turn the wheel that way?
Yeah, cool. I love that. Well, when I'm looking at me, I'm looking myself right in the eyes right now. That just freaks me out. I'm looking at my baby's eyes now. What are you looking at?
I'm just kind of bouncing around between there and here. When I say here, I mean there. Or is it over here?
I don't know what that means, because I see this. You know, they don't see that. Where I guess we're touching that right now, but I was actually touching it a minute ago. All I know is, can we just open this and turn off the car?
Sure.
All I know is This is nice, actually. If you need the windows down, we can roll down a window too. I thought I was under the tree, but I guess the sun's shining. I like the sunshine, but are you too?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
It's weird to think we're here at the school and the only computer we can really use today is in the East Wing Computer Lab, which means nothing to most of our audience.
Well, what does it mean to you? We're not
me it
that far
means-
from it.
To me it means, well, it's just strange.
Well, yeah, I don't.
We're used to not. I'm not used. We're not used to using that room. For one thing, we're getting used to it.
If they don't know these rooms, it's not. Well, we probably haven't uploaded all of the clips, but we've filmed in each of these rooms at different times. I think. Did we
I'm
film
not sure
in
we've actually filmed in this.
the classroom?
Actually, we did. Just this last time that we were there, we did. Not the classroom, but we filmed in the classroom. We did my disappearing ghost story final thing in the classroom.
Yeah, that was just a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Maybe we'll give them a tour today and show them because, maybe we'll walk over campus, filling up some water jugs. Or no, we'll drive in and do that. That's the drawback of parking in the Boondocks, which you guys know where the Boondocks is. Is it the Boondocks are?
The Boondocks.
Because is it a
Well,
lot
if
of
there's more
Boondocks
than
or?
one boondock.
Well, this is one, the one we're talking
I
about.
guess you'd have to say. I guess it's plural, so
Weird.
I guess you have to say R.
Well, this one is only one, but
The Boondocks.
then
Wait,
why don't
where
we
are
say we're gonna park in the boondock? If the, it's like, can I?
This is the
Do
only-
you mind pouring a little coffee in this when you get a chance?
That's good. I'm not sure.
It's a bizarre question,
It
like
is.
every question I fucking ask. They're all fucking crazy. Well, that one's not quite as philosophically challenging, but as, you know, do the dead come back to life? Well, the answer is yes, they do. But in the case of the bee did not come back to life, which was rather comforting to me. I don't know why in this instance bee coming back to life isn't a good thing, but for me it felt like, can't something be neat and tidy and figured out for a minute, you know? Death is death and that's the end of it, but it's not. Because that bee is probably being reincarnated again right now as we speak, because I've chanted for it this morning, and it's probably going to be born again as maybe a chicken or a hawk. And I didn't mean to say a chicken hawk, but it could be born as a chicken hawk.
Is it possible that he was an exceptional bee?
I thought it was a female bee, but
whatever.
I don't know what it is,
But
male or female.
So
but
it could actually, because it did something spectacular, like it saved somebody's life.
it has contributed to the well-being, to the health and well-being of a couple Buddhas, us, because it caused us to ask questions that we wouldn't have asked without the bee's presence. And therefore, I've grown as a result of finding a dead bee in my dishwater.
I think, well, everybody's had that experience, right?
Of growing and having
Because of
their
that.
identity challenged
Because
and
of a
broken
dead
down
bee
and
in the-
rebuilt.
In the, was it the bathwater? Or
It was the
dishwater?
dishwater, yeah, outside. I don't know, everybody has found an insect in the dishwater, surely.
It's true.
Or even, like my mom found a scorpion in the dishwater once. We lived in a house infested with scorpions. Can you imagine? That sounds... I was there and I was never stung by a scorpion. I don't think anyone was, but it was a frickin' miracle. Because I was playing on the floor with a scorpion and she had to intervene. I don't know. Anyway, that was a wild... let's say that was a wild day for some people, including me, but I don't remember it. So, have you ever interacted with a damn scorpion?
Yeah, we caught one on my friend's balcony once when I was in high school.
Oh yeah. Did
I brought it home in a jar. And my
yeah.
mom wouldn't let me keep it.
that sounds cool. I'm totally with your mom on that. Like,
Well,
why the fuck do you want a house
probably have
infested
to.
with damn scorpions? But
No, nobody wants that, right?
I don't
Not
think
even-
people want
Most
that.
people don't even want one scorpion, apparently. You know, it's like,
But I will
Besides,
say,
I'm sure I would have kept it for a couple of days and let it go anyway, because I
Sure.
don't want to keep a scorpion in a jar. So, I don't know.
yeah, set it free and. But that does remind me that I do like the Scorpions, the
The band.
Do you?
Set them free. Set free the scorpions.
Well, they're probably set free by now
They
because they
probably
might
are.
be a little too old to do music, but
But
not really. They think they are, though, probably.
man, some of that stuff, man, I don't know. Well, you know, if like Pavarotti sang until the pretty much the end of his life, I guess the guy from the Scorpions could do it, right? Why not?
Of course, but your head's in my cup again.
Oh yeah.
Can you
Of course,
see it?
like you know the Who.
Oh yeah, I do know the Who, but I never remember who the Who are until I ask, and then somebody says the Who. After I say who is that? It's just a joke the universe plays,
Yeah. It's not.
and I'm its vessel. And I'm usually the butt of the joke too, which is cool. But anyway, the Who.
Yeah, and that Rolling Stone that I've been looking at,
Yeah.
it was an old quote from the Who of Roger Daltrey. He's the lead singer.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
said,
I didn't know that, but I knew Roger Daltrey.
he said, you know, I can't imagine the Who without all of the energy, all of the, I can't imagine, like, and then he said, imagine I get older, Pete, he's the guitarist, gets older.
Pete who?
Pete Townsend.
Oh yeah, I know Pete Townsend. Why do I know all these guys? But I didn't know they were from
Wait, who are they?
Pete.
Pete
I knew
with
when you
the-
said Pete
yeah.
that it was Pete Townsend. How can that be? Did he do that weird music? The guitar stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and he did the weird guitar stuff in the Who, which is like he swung guitars around and smashed guitars, and he did all. But mostly it's the guitar swinging. He'd swing his guitar or something, and
And he made his guitar talk.
I don't know if that was him or not. but,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was him. But
he probably could. I don't know. But anyway, Roger Daltrey says, without that stuff in the shows, it's really not like seeing the Who, so we're probably not gonna do that. So what he's saying is, in our case, yeah, we'll probably get too old to do this, because you wouldn't see like the Rolling Stones, okay, they're in their 70s or whatever, but you won't be surprised to see them out on stage, like, oh, look, it's the Rolling Stones, they're still at it. But
it is
they don't
weird.
do the guitar
But-
swinging and the
right,
whatever it
and
is
like
Roger
Ozzy
Daltrey
Osbourne
does,
kept breaking his ankle because he couldn't stop stomping to the music.
Oh man.
And he broke it over and over until it was like a danger for him to even go perform because he couldn't stop.
Wow.
Like, imagine. But he was cool. I mean, he went ahead and did it anyway. I mean, he was like, he loves his art so much, he like kept breaking his damn ankle.
Wow. That's crazy.
Who knew that? I
hadn't
mean,
heard
I
of
did.
that. Yeah.
You have to watch the Osbournes, but you know, I mean, maybe after a while he has to quit because like his leg breaks off and
Right.
he can't keep doing it after a certain damn point.
That's true.
But maybe he should put a big cast on his leg and go out there, because honestly, it would be worth it to see Ozzy with a big cast on him. It wouldn't bother me with if he had a big cast on his leg. It might bother him. I mean, like, what the fuck? I'm not saying it doesn't bother me that his leg's
I think
broken.
it'd be cool, Ozzy, no matter what. Like, Ozzy, the older he gets, the cooler he'd be.
Well,
Come
sure,
on,
yeah.
like,
But the Rolling Stones, I don't think pull that off. They just kind of freaked me out a little bit, saying Bob Dylan was. I'll be honest, I really admire Bob Dylan's art and his singing and stuff, but to see him up there like pushing 70 was strange. You know, I don't know. Maybe because you think rock and roll is a young person's
Right.
world, but. Why did they get old? They didn't have to get old. They just decided to get old, I guess. I mean, the alternative was to die young. No, the alternative was to stay young. Why are you getting old? You are rock and rollers. You should always be young, you know? But they do kind of act old to me and look old, like old people are doing something that only young people do. But on the other hand, isn't that how you stay young? I don't know. I mean, it could also mean that you're flirting with death, you know.
Right.
But like that lady that was doing those that bucking bronco stuff, and she was like in her late 60s or something, and I'm like, what the fuck? She's gonna fall off and kill herself, not hurt herself, kill herself. She stayed on. She was real wobbly, but she did it.
Well, good for her. That's cool.
I guess the whole fucking point is stay on. It doesn't matter if you're wobbly. Anyway, I'm having fun, honey. This has been a bizarre day.
Yeah, it has. I'm getting roasty in this car.
You are?
Yeah,
This is
babe.
perfect for me.
Really?
Yeah. But we should probably go in and we're filling up our cards. We can't even transfer data, but I am going to start working on clips, and maybe I can delete some of the clips we have and make room for something, even a 16, to open up one. But we'll see when we get in there. I hate deleting shit. Even if it's on YouTube. What if something happens to YouTube? Well, I guess if something happens to YouTube, we got us a serious problem, you know?
Probably in pretty bad shape.
Yeah. Then they're probably not even going to give a fuck if we post our clips anymore, because they'll be worried about food and water, and maybe watching our clips has helped them learn how to survive.
I'd be like, thank God that we had the Under Tranquil Light for a while.
Yes. Yeah.
Now we're